How to add and manage users rules in SQL-Ledger. I'm Julius Doyo. What are roles and users? Roles and users are directly connected to internal controls. Internal controls are the mechanisms, rules, and procedures implemented by a company to ensure the integrity of financial and accounting information, promote accountability, and prevent fraud. This is very, very important. So when you have an organization, there's need for segregation of duties. Segregation of duties plays a very important role. Internal controls, apart from complying with laws and regulations and preventing employees from stealing assets or committing fraud, helps to improve operational efficiency and the accuracy and timeliness of financial reporting. Internal audit also plays a very critical role in companies' internal control and corporate reporting. In SQL-Ledger, the activities of each employee in the accounting department, even including the audit department, are segregated. That is why the rules are created, so that each person has a particular aspect of the accounting that is going to do, be it auditing or whatsoever. Now, rules allow you to define which menus are available to each user, and it is only after creating a rule that you can allocate a specific user. In this demo, we shall create just 3 rules and call them clerk, cashier, and accountant. Let's go to the software and see how this is accomplished. To create a rule, we go to Systems, and when you go to Systems, you will see Rules is stated here. You click on Rules, and you are given this, taken to this window here. When you click on Add Rules, you'll be given this. You must put a name here, a description. So let's say I want to create for a clerk. I will just put clerk here. Now the menus, here are the menus. All these are the menus. If you allow it like this, the clerk will have access to everything on in your account. So what you need to do is, I don't want to give, I'm going to select, I want him to have sales. I don't want him to have credit note. I don't want him to have this. I don't want him to see anything, any of the report. All the clerk does is to, so I will uncheck all these ones. All the items I don't want him. I don't want him to be in charge of the POS. He should be able to add customers and view reports. What about accounts payable? I want him to be able to write invoices and not see reports. So once you click on this, you remove all the check marks for this. Can he add vendors? Yes. Can he receive cash? No, I don't want him to receive cash. What about writing vouchers? Human resources? No. All this one I'm checking will not be available if you create that clerk. You remove all of this information, these items here. And once you remove them here, the clerk will not be able, he cannot see the financial statements. He doesn't have access to all these menus. He is not allowed to go to exchange or export or even do this, go to the system. That is all that is here. I want him to These are the things that you can log in the preferences, can see the version. And once I've done, these are the menus I want to give to the clerk. I'll click on save, and that rule is being created. I can create another one again. Let's put on, this time we call it cashier. The same thing we do, we go through all and see a cashier is supposed to receive cash. Should he be writing invoices? No, I don't want to give him that rule. You may have your own that you want to give them these rules. You can quickly do that. We select from here. The cashier will not be receiving all this. So the items that I'm going to give the cashier will be different. I'll go to cash. You can see cash here. I'll allow him to receive cash one by one and to make payments. All these other items here, he's not allowed to do any reconciliation, but he should be able to know how much he received and how much he's paying, getting that report. That is given to the cashier. I don't want him to handle the human resources, the logistics, all these items here. Anybody will assign this rule as the cashier should not have all this. He should not be able to see the reports, neither will he see our image files. He should not do any other thing. These are the things that he should. All the one I'm unchecking, he will not be able to see. Anybody will give this rule to. So having done that, I will also save. We've created two now. These are the rules. Let's create the rule of the accountant. I'll create an add rule again. The accountant, what I want the accountant to have will be, I want him to do the invoice. He should have a credit invoice. He should see reports, aging, reminders, and tax collected. As these other ones here, I don't want the accountant to have. He should not also have access to POS. The accountant should be able to concentrate on, he cannot add customers. Then we have the accounts payable. He should be able to add a vendor invoice and see the reports that are there. Cannot add vendors, but you can see the receipts, the cash. You should manage the cash. I'll give him all these rules that are here, even the foreign exchange. You see receipts. I'll also give him this to void check. I'll remove vouchers, and then I'll not give him employees. I'll give him employees so that he can do salaries. Orders, you'll be able to do orders. I'll remove all this. Quotation. Okay. I'll give him also general ledger. Goods and services. No. I would not like him to alter anything. Projects and jobs. No. Reference document. Yes. Image files. Yes. Reports. I will not give him chart of accounts. Recurring expenditures, I'll give it to the accountant. Exchange rate, yes. Import, no. Export and the systems, all this I've taken off from the accountants. Now, having created all these rules, what I'll do next is to click on save. Sorry, the description is missing. We are told, so we go ahead and we put this name as accountant. This is accountant, that is the rule. So we'll go down again and click on save. Having finished this process, the next thing we are going to do is to create the user. These are those that will have the ability to log into the software and perform some transaction. So I will go to HR, I'll click on employees and I'll click on add employee. We must put the name of the employee. First, let's assume that the employee is Mr. Awandona. Awandona Moses, and the information could be imputed. Here, this is the street. He lives in Jos and is in Plateau State, and the code is plus it's supposed to be plus 234. The country is Nigeria. Now it is here now. Since it's a clerk, this is where you select the rule. If you click here, you see all the rules we were creating here. Then you select one here. And what is going to be the login of this man? We are going to put him as the login as Moses. I will put his login as 1, 2, 3, 4. I will select this cells so that he will be logged in his departments here. Anytime he logs in, the name will come up. His name as a clerk will come up. I will just select this accounts payable and the checking account. This one is usually done for payroll. If you are going to do payroll, these are the areas you enter. Just enter them. I'm going to click on save. Now I'll enter another one here and I will say the name is Mbadong Elizabeth. Mbadong Michael. That is the name, and you fill the information as usual. I'm just copying and pasting that other one for that. To assume that they are the same. You can put the email. There are so many fields here that can be filled. They say this Mbadong is a cashier. You select the cashier and you create, because these people are going to log into the software, so you must have a name for them. So let me say Mbadong. That is the name, the login name. There's nothing else to fill. You can leave the other fields as they are and you click on save. Remember, the number, the employee number will be imputed automatically. Then the last person will be TV. TV is the accountant. TV Emmanuel. The address will be the same. His role is going to be given as accountant, and the login will be TV. And once we select the cells to ensure that the name comes up when we log in, we put in his password 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the password. Sorry, in the previous one we did not put that. We can also select this. Yes, I haven't done that. We can click on save. Now we've created the 3 users. If we log out of this software now, if you click on report here, you should be able to see the 3 persons. You can see their number. This is the first person. See their roles, and this is their login. The second to the last person we created, we did not give a password. I want to make it the same, so that we'll put the password and we'll click on save. It will save. So we have 3 of them here now. Now if you log out of the software now and log in with the first one there is Moses. Let's log out and log in as Moses. We can put the name here as Moses. Instead of admin, we put the name as Moses, and the password is 1234. Once we click enter, we shall be taken into the software. You can see this is the name. This is what we have here. You see, this is all that this person is allowed to see. You can see his menu window. These are the only things that he's supposed to do. So that is under now Moses. Let us go ahead and put on TV. Login as TV, and the password is 1234. Once you press the enter key, you can see the menu item. See how it has increased. This is what this accountant, he is the accountant, and this is what he's going to do. He has limited. There are certain things he can do. There are certain things he cannot do. There are certain things he can see, and there are certain things he cannot also see. If you log out again, let me log in as the admin. You can see this is the admin. It's only the admin that has authority to change anybody here. So if we go to the clerk is Moses, and the cashier is Mbado. Each of them has his own duty to perform. So looking at this is how roles are created and allocated. The admin is the person that can be able to do anything in the software. Can remove the users. He can create rules. He can also change the password. If any of those users is locked out, the admin can be able to go in and restore that account. That is the duty of them. This is to ensure that there is sanity in the accounting environment. Thank you for your attention. I will see you in my next video.